Bambolenata, He Mahadev,
Before we go beyond that, I'm going to put you on this, try and get you to try and define what we mean by Indian civilization, in the sense that, and particularly what we're not trying to get into is, of course, this impact of Indian civilization on mathematics in ancient times, of software today, but really the impact of Indian philosophy, our way of life on the world. And I'm going to start with asking you, how is the backbone of this civilization, whether you call it Hinduism or the Dharmic tradition, how is that fundamentally different from other ways of thinking about civilization?
You use the word backbone. That is the essence of Indian civilization. It doesn't have a backbone. Because what a backbone means is, the form is determined. Your body takes on this form because the skeletal system is a fixed thing. You can change a little bit, you can make it big or small, but the skeletal system is a fixed thing. Nobody has changed the shape of their bones out here. They only can put on some flesh or reduce some flesh. So backbone essentially means that you become a vertebrate. Vertebrate means you can only change your form marginally, not completely ever. But the ethos of Indian civilization is, it's like an amoeba. It can change, it can integrate, it can drop with impunity. So, the essence of Indian culture is, it is not a vertebrate, it's an invertebrate.
Okay, if you're an invertebrate, but there must be something that gives it a certain cohesiveness, surely. Otherwise, to say that it is an amoeba, there is a danger here that we fall back on saying, Hinduism is a way of life. Ultimately, it means nothing. So I'm going to have to press you on and try and get you to give me some things which I would say is more, I don't know.
This question is coming because both you and me and almost everybody here, whatever type of education they have received, fundamentally is Western. Largely that's the only education system left, except for few small pockets. So when I say Western, I'm not talking about a particular nation or particular continent. We are looking at that aspect of life or that part of humanity which wants their life in straight lines. When we say Eastern, we're talking about that aspect of humanity which does not want to be put in between two lines. So, because the very way of thinking has become purely logical, irrespective of whether it makes life sense or not, being logically correct has become more important than having sense about life, how to conduct life. Everything is logically correct but nothing works. People are just breaking their minds, trying to live their life, but it's correct. And today, the food industry on the planet is 7.6 trillion. The pharmaceuticals are 7.2 trillion. They tell me by 2017, pharmaceuticals is going to become larger than food industry on the planet. This clearly shows that our sense of trying to handle life in straight lines has not worked. Though we have great inventions, though we have all kinds of preventives for every kind of, epidemics and pandemics we used to have in the past, still more people are sick than ever before. So this is what I mean by saying we are correct on everything, but it doesn't have any life sense. What we called as India is a profound sense of life, but we are never correct about anything.
I think basically what you're describing is really a evolving ecosystem. It's a messy system.
It's like… it's not messy, that is what a Western man would think.
Okay.
It's like the difference is between that of a manicured garden and a forest. A manicured garden looks nice, but nothing except human beings walk on it.
So ultimately at some level it's dead.
It is alive but latent. If you don't tend to it for 3 months, it's all gone. A forest is not like that, no tending is needed. If you come back after 1,000,000 years, it still thrives. But one who thinks in a linear fashion, a forest seems to be messy, forest seems to be chaotic. It's not chaotic, there is a very profound order, but that order is not in straight lines because it's an invertebrate order, now that you brought the spine into this picture. Shiva, 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 Shiva.